stand by while they scrap free Opal travel, because we want fair fares. For the benefit of this city, this state, and for the people of this state, we need a public transport system that is actually accessible to every single person that lives in this state, regardless of what income they earn, regardless of where they work or where they live. Because if public transport is not accessible or affordable to the ordinary people of New South Wales, then really, what on earth is it for? But this government sees our public transport network as a business to be flogged off, to be operated for private profit, not as an essential public service. This government sees public transport and public transport users as customers, not citizens. And for a number of years now, we all know, we've all used it, we've highly benefited from the free end-of-week Opal travel. And let's not forget that the New South Wales Treasurer, who was Transport Minister when Opal was introduced, used to actually encourage people to go and do the Opal run, to actually clock up their journeys, to get the free advantage at the end of the week. She used to boast about the number of free trips that had been taken. And we know that Opal users in 2014-15 took advantage of 74.5 million free trips using this Opal free end-of-week concession. And that's a good thing, because we want people to use public transport as much as they can. That's what it's being built for. We don't want to run trains empty, because it's too expensive for people to travel. But now we all know it's on its way out. Now the government wants to scrap the free trips and replace them with only a 50% discount. Well, that isn't good enough, and we're not going to accept that. It is unfair to jack up fares for many people by up to 20%, which is what this will end up doing. Free trips, as we know, are used, of course, by full-time workers, but they're also used by students. They're used by those who don't own a car, and they do rely on public transport to get around. And when you consider the increasing traffic congestion, especially on weekends, the growing inequalities in our society, and the increasing number of young people who don't want to drive anymore, you can only come to one conclusion. We need to make our public transport system more affordable and more accessible. And that means cheap fares. That means extra services in peak times. And that means expanding our system, not cannibalizing it and privatizing it. Transport must be affordable. Transport must be accessible. This is an issue of social justice. This is a right of every single citizen of New South Wales. We have almost 2,500 signatures on a petition which asks the Baird government to not scrap these fares. And it'll be great if you get on the phone now or later and add your name to that petition. We want to save the free Opal travel, and we want to do it with you. Thank you very much for being here today.